Every storm runs out of rain, just like every dark night turns into day. Every heartache will fade away, just like every storm runs out of rain.
Hello, I'm Susie Porygon with my video review of the Guardians of the Galaxy figure sets. Let me tell you, I first got these figures last Saturday from Walmart on Harbison Boulevard, and I was actually I was originally gonna find these guys at Toys R Us, but it was no longer necessary since I already found these at Walmart at the video game. The toy department. I don't know what I'm saying, but so these are the four figures that come into the box, as well as this minifigure right here. So for the members of the Guardians of the Galaxy, we have StarLord, Rocket Raccoon, Drax the Destroyer, and Groot, the humanoid tree. That's what this tiny figure here is. But of course, I want to start off with the box that these guys came in. And it's this right here. So right here, this is the Guardians of the Galaxy logo, and it tells you the figures it comes with. StarLord, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Drax the Destroyer, as I just told you. And I guess right here is supposed to be the badge that the Guardians of the Galaxy carry. I don't feel like reading that, but here's the pictures of the four members that that comes with the figures. Alright, so Drax the Destroyer is on top, and then there's StarLord, and then Rocket Raccoon, and then and then Groot. If I look at Rocket Raccoon, he looks like he has a mustache, and I didn't expect his picture to look like that, considering he's my favorite Marvel character. And yeah, that's right. These guys are from the Marvel universe, and yeah, I do like that. The side, it's got the four characters again, and right here, this shows you the figures. Yeah, the figures that the box come with, and there are other figures like the Fantastic Four, and I suppose right here this is Captain America without his mask and stuff. I don't remember what his alternate costume is called, but yeah, that's actually Captain America's alternate costume in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. If you have that game, then maybe you know what the costume looks like. And yeah, Rocket Raccoon is also in the game as well. In fact, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was when I first heard of Rocket Raccoon. I never really read his comics since they were made in the 70s and 80s. And right there, it gives you a bio of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, I believe that's a bio. And yeah, there's not really much to say about the box. It's just got all the logos on the side, and yeah, there's never anything interesting on the bottom as well. So here we go. Let's get on to the four figures themselves. I'm gonna start off with StarLord. I suppose he's like a leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy or something, but before I talk about that, let's see the color scheme that StarLord has. Hold on, I'm trying to get his arm down, but like that. So for the color scheme, StarLord's spacesuit is it's mostly a dark blue all over him, and he's also got red. There are red stripes on his chest and around his neck, and he has red gloves and more red stripes going down his legs, and he also has black boots and a black belt, and this symbol, a yellow symbol on his chest. I don't know if that is the Guardians of the Galaxy symbol or whatnot. And he has a gray face, as well as wearing a blue helmet with some yellow on it as well. I'm not sure if it's a gas mask he's wearing or not, but well, actually, I don't know a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy members, so I'm not sure if StarLord is wearing a gas mask. And for his weapons, StarLord comes with these two guns right here. Yeah, he's got two guns that can be placed in either hand. And actually, let me take the guns out and show you his articulation. StarLord's head can rotate 360 degrees, and it can look up and down a little bit. Well, not really much, but and his arms go forward and back as well as in and out 360 degrees, and his hands rotate all the way as well. and it bends at the elbow as well. Did I say as well twice in the same sentence? Never mind. And he has upper torso articulation as well, or upper ab rotation if you want to call it. His legs can go in and out and forward and back, as well as bend and he just bends at the knee, and his boots can rotate 360 also. In fact, he also he rotates at his thighs too. Like you can see the line where he rotates and stuff. To tell you this, these figures, they don't feel like they have really their plastic doesn't feel very sturdy. Like when I try to position his arms and I rotate them up, they kind of feel like that they're about to break off and something. So I would recommend you be careful if you try to pose these figures. I mean, these are small and they don't feel very sturdy to me. Well, actually, I don't know. I told you can put the guns in both hands, and I already showed you a pose he's got, like in the beginning of the video. He holds his two guns up like this, and yeah, like or better yet, pose them like this, like he's really about to like tell somebody to freeze or really shoot rapidly. Yeah, that's yeah, these are, I don't know what else to say, but let's move on to the next figure. In fact, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna next show Rocket Raccoon, my favorite Marvel character. Well, actually, he was my new favorite Marvel character when I told you I first heard of him in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But first of all, the color scheme on Rocket Raccoon, he has some brown fur. Well, mostly his fur is brown, and here he has black stripes on his tail, and there's his black mask as well as some white on it as well, and he has some white around his black nose. It's a little blurry, I think, but and his suit is about the same color as StarLord's. He has blue and some red stripes and his red gloves, and the Raccoon doesn't wear boots, but that's no matter. I don't care if he doesn't wear boots or not. So I kind of have a lot to say about Rocket Raccoon. I told you that he's my most favorite Marvel character now because of, I hate to admit this, but Raccoon looks pretty cute and skilled. In fact, in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, whenever Raccoon wins a fight, he grabs the camera and wields a knife at it, and I found that pretty cute as well. I mean, I left a comment on YouTube once saying that Raccoon looks cute when he threatens the camera, and yeah, don't take that too funny, but and also his alternate costume in the game is his original outfit from the old comic books, like before he was a member of Guardians of the Galaxy. And at first I didn't know that was his original outfit, so I was all, when I first saw his outfit, I was like, he's not wearing pants, and alright, don't take that too weird, but that's really what it looked like. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Rocket Raccoon only has one articulation. It's his tail. It can rotate 360. That's really the only articulation he has. You can't rotate his head, even though it's got this even though from when you look under it looks like his head can rotate, but it really can't. You really shouldn't try that. Or otherwise you might break his head off. And the way Rocket Raccoon stands up, like if I hold his tail up like this, he won't stand up. But if I rotate his tail down here, then he does stand up much better. So I guess he had to have his tail to help him. Well, as a figure, he needs his tail to stand up. That's rather weird. What else is there? Yeah. Here's Rocket Raccoon's weapon. He's got a much bigger gun than StarLord. In fact, in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he uses a lot of big weapons, like a Gatling gun, and he also uses some kind of spring, a huge spring that a player stands on and then bounces away, like in a cartoon or something. But yeah, you can't position Rocky Raccoon at all. Not even his arms, and he can only hold his gun in his right hand. That's really it. Not to mention he doesn't even hold it. He doesn't hold it straight up. He always has to hold it like this, and it's actually loose. The gun always falls off him. Other than that, I do love this Rocky Raccoon figure. I actually always wanted to have a toy of my favorite Marvel character. In fact, look at this. I now have 2 Raccoon toys. I got Rigby and Rocky Raccoon too. I mean, I guess they could be best pals, right, Rigby? He's not so sure. But I think that's it for Rocky Raccoon. Here is Drax the Destroyer. For the color scheme on Drax, he has green skin and red marks all around him, like on his muscles and his torso, and on his back, going from up his chest and down to his back. And he has some dark blue pants and red stripes on him. And again, he has a black belt, and he has black shoes too. And for his weapons, Drax has these 2 knives, which yeah, you can also place them both in either hand, like StarLord's guns. And I almost forgot his articulation. Drax's head can go 360. It's a little tight. Yeah, and it can't really go up and down very good. The arms go in and out and forward and back too, and it rotates bends at the elbow, and the hands can rotate 360 also. And just like StarLord, his abs can go 360, and his abs rotate and not his waist, but here the knees bend, and his legs can only go forward and back. They can't go in and out, and that's disappointing. And his shoes can rotate, but I really don't think they can go 360. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't, but so yeah, these are really the only weapons Drax comes with. Just these knives that, well, I guess he can just use them to slash his enemies or something, or maybe slash them like vines or whatever. I don't know where Drax the Destroyer is from. Like I said, I don't know much about the Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's really all I have to say about Drax the Destroyer. And the last one, yeah, all we have left is the tiny Groot figure. In fact, I call Groot the humanoid tree, and well, yeah, that's really what he looks like, just an alien tree, and he's really just this tiny figure on a pot. And yeah, it doesn't do anything at all. It's pretty much just for collections or whatever. Yeah. And I think now I'll show you a size comparison. Like StarLord and Drax are about. Actually, Drax is taller than StarLord. And as you obviously know that Rocky Raccoon is really small. And that's good because, well, he's a raccoon, and the human beings obviously had to be bigger than him. And Groot is, of course, the smallest of the figures here. And for another size comparison, like here, move these 3 out of the way. Here we have Raphael. He's about a little bit taller than Drax. If you can see it better. Well, I guess on camera they kind of look the same size. Well, here, let's get Donatello. Oh yeah, he looks taller than Drax right here. And what about StarLord? Yep, also taller than him. So yeah, I'm gonna position that back on the box here. And I'm trying to get Drax's arms down. Come on, stand up. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, these figures can be hard to stand up. StarLord is especially hard to stand because, well, I keep trying to position his boots correctly, and yeah, it just takes a little bit of time. Like, I had to keep working with them to keep him standing. Except for Rocky Raccoon. I already told you that he can stand up with his tail. But hey, these are the Guardians of the Galaxy figures. If you're fans of Marvel characters, and if you are fans of Guardians of the Galaxy, then I would recommend these figures. And speaking of which, I also heard that one time when I looked up on Wikipedia, I heard that in 2014 there's going to be a live-action Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I really can't wait to see that. I heard that Rocket Raccoon's going to be in it, and I really like to see him in live action. Alright, there was something else I was going to say. Oh yes, this is it. The Guardians of the Galaxy also appeared in the television show The Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes in the season 2 episode called Michael Korvac. And there were different members of the Guardians, except Rocket Raccoon and Groot were in that episode, but not StarLord and Drax. There was these two different members called Quasar, and the leader's name. I forgot who he is. I forgot his name. He's the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and well, if you've seen that episode, then maybe you know who they are. Like I never saw the entire episode, but I only saw like a minute long clip of it on YouTube, made by on the Marvel account, like maybe the Marvel company themselves. But I think I also heard that the Guardians of the Galaxy will also appear on a season 2 episode of Ultimate Spider-Man, but I never saw that show either. I haven't really been into these new cartoons. I mean, I was mostly just on my computer making videos and pictures and whatnot. But forget about that. That's pretty much it for the Guardians of the Galaxy figure set. I would recommend getting these guys and reviewing them, and like I said, I also recommend being careful trying to post them, because they don't really have sturdy material. So, yeah, that's about all I had to say. I thank you for enjoying this.
It's gonna run out of pain. It's gonna run out of steam. It's gonna leave you alone. It's gonna set you free and set you